Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're making itty bitty art with itty bitty art supplies. Let's get into it. So you may have actually seen this chilling on the shelf behind me in some of my videos, but it's actually a Scholastic itty bitty art kit. It says it includes everything you need to be a micro Michelangelo. We'll see about that. The kit includes 8 mini watercolor paints, 8 mini coloring pencils, 1 paintbrush, 1 easel, 6 paper canvases, 25 pieces of art paper, 3 picture frames, 1 mini pencil sharpener, and a 32-page book. And this originally was $9.99 or $10 US, but my mother actually got it for me for 50 cents from Goodwill, so shout out Mom, shout out Goodwill. Pretty cool little kit. Y'all can see here a little bit of extra detail on the side. Looks like a little art case on the side with a little bit of Velcro used to open it up. Here's what the inside looks like. We'll get a better view of that here in a minute. Here's the back of it. I think it's cool how it looks like a little case around the edges, so it fits in with all your bigger art supplies. Well, now that we've pretty much reviewed the outside of the box and went over everything, let's crack it open and see what we're working with here. This side is the side with our paints in it. There's our little paintbrush with our little 8 paints in it. Yellow, red, green, blue, pink, brown, orange, and black. With your tiny itty bitty brush. Oh goodness. Itty bitty brush in the middle. Oh, this is a nightmare to put back in there. I regret my decisions. Piece of cake. Comes with a tiny easel. That's pretty cool. Here's the 32-page art book that they were talking about. There's a bunch of different little details and whatnot in there. I ain't really going to be going through it. If y'all want to, y'all can try to order this yourself and go through it if you want to. Like I said, we did get this from the Goodwill, so this has been used before. Turns out someone else has some miniature art in here as well. But yeah, it comes with 3 little picture frames, which is pretty cool. Here's the little pencil sharpener, and when they said little pencil sharpener, they do mean it. It's about the size of the end of my finger, if not smaller. So, and then here is the stack of papers that we have. Here's a quick little view that everything that comes in the art set. Like I said, we have our paints right here. Here's all of our colors. I kept them taped so they won't just be rolling all over the place. And like I said, this was from Goodwill, so it has been used before. Here's the art that they've made. Little sunset. And then, I don't know what this is. I guess a snowy landscape. And I don't know if this is a gnome or a ice cream cone. I don't know. Guess it's up to imagination. And then here's all the paper that come in it. Oh well, apparently there's more art. That one looks a little creepy. Whoever had this set obviously went ham making the tiny art. Like I said, this one's kind of creepy, but overall, pretty cool little art. Figured I'd share it since they had it before me. But now it's time to see what we can do. Almost got sidetracked there. Here's all the paper that come with it. It's pretty much like printer paper, just if printer paper was made for ants. But then here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it came with still 5 of the 6 canvases for painting. So there's still 5 of those, and then I'm assuming these are just for the coloring pencils. Well, after getting a more in-depth detailed look at all the supplies individually, I did a few tests because I was going to do 2 paintings and then 1 with the coloring pencils, but I couldn't get the painting or the paints to come out well on the cardboard paper that they gave us. I figured it was because it was kind of glossy and the water just kind of ran off of it. So I tested it out on some of the normal printer paper that they gave us here. And as y'all can see, the painting turned out perfectly. I don't even think Bob Ross would be able to tell a difference with his versus mine. Everything went according to plan, as y'all can see. Definitely nothing went wrong at all. All jokes aside, guys, I couldn't get the paints to do well at all. I was really wanting to do a Bob Ross painting in miniature, but The paints, I don't know where it's so old and I just haven't used it yet, but I don't know. I couldn't get the paints to come out well at all. I am still going to do a few other things with the coloring pencils. I got a few drawings in mind already that I want to do. But for a bonus, I did end up recreating the Bob Ross painting with the few colors I did have. It was kind of hard because I didn't have the right colors to use, so I didn't really count it. I wasn't going to show it, but I ended up showing it anyway. Now let's move on to the other three that I have planned. I'll just flip me over a sketchbook here using the back of this sketchbook just so I can have a little bit of harder surface to draw on. And the first one I'm going to be drawing is pretty much just drawing a little doodle of Spider-Man. Second one's going to be a little bit harder. I'm going to do Bold and Brash from SpongeBob. Then the third one is I'm going to try to recreate the Scream painting. Each one get a little bit more difficult. Let's start out doodling Spider-Man. For our first one, we got our Spider-Man complete. Turned out pretty decent. Drawing tiny is a lot more difficult than what I thought it was, because trying to grip these tiny itty bitty pencils after a second, man, doing this motion for minutes on end, my hand started cramping like crazy. It's like right there is just tensed up the entire time. Drawing with a normal pencil, your hand gets cramped up after a while. Look at the size difference in this. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm working with here, guys. Overall, decent little doodle. Like I said, first one started off pretty easy, but I have high hopes for these next two. Time to go into Brawn and Brash. I messed that up. I meant to say Bold and Brash.
How about this one? I call it Bold and Brash. More like belongs in the trash!
And just like that, we have our second drawing here done, guys. This is the Bold and Brash. I'm super happy with how that one turned out. Can't wait to get that one in the mini frame and hang up on the wall behind us. Now on to recreating the Scream. Our third and final little piece of art done. Recreation of the Scream painting. Also like how this one turned out. Can't wait to get these all in frames and put up on the wall. That one, and the Spider-Man. These two, I seen this one in the 32-page book that come in the set. It was a little example that they had in there, so I figured I'd do it. Turned out pretty well. I'm super sad that the paints didn't turn out well. I'm super sad I couldn't get them to work. Overall, I'm happy with these three. Can't wait to get them in their little frames and put up on the wall behind us. And here we have our three little frames. I took the other pictures out, make room for ours, because I have a cool little idea that can't wait to show y'all here in a minute. You just pop out the little back, then you can just take your artwork, slide it right in. The little papers fits right in. Put the back on it, and just like that. Ain't that cool? I think that's my favorite piece about this little art set, which this is laying down on the table, but you can just sit it right there. Now imagine that was standing up. I'll show you all that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and pop these two in, shall we? Wish I can find more of these little frames. This little set's awesome, because I never did see that set in stores. All I did was find that at Goodwill. But it's a pretty cool little set for 50 cents for a Goodwill find. Well guys, y'all can see put my Spider-Man painting next to Venom. Then we got Picasso over here, Mr. Mewtwo, painting up Bold and Brash. And then I sat the Scream over here next to the Joker until I can find a better spot for him. I'd like to put them up on the wall, have them hanging like that next to my actual drawings and whatnot. I think that'd be cool. Y'all be seeing them in the background of my videos now. And with that being said, it brings us to the end of the video. I do hope y'all enjoyed this little video of making little art here and there. I enjoyed it. I'm sad I couldn't get the paint to work because I really wanted to create a little Bob Ross painting to put back there for Mewtwo to paint, but couldn't get it, so Bold and Brash will have to do. If y'all enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. And until next time, guys, peace.